talks today just about how, like you were saying, on the road, he just feels better than before the season started. How valuable were these last 10 days for him, just from your eyes?
They were huge. I think I even talked to Freddie, and he said that this is as good as he's felt pre that initial injury at first base. So, given all that he's gone through, I think it's gave him a little reprieve mentally, physically to be back, and we're excited to get him back in the lineup.
Do you see him being back to that everyday guy, or do you think he might need just a day here or there?
Yeah, I think it's a read and react situation. I think, my thought initially is to run him out there every day, and we've got 6 days until we get the next off day, until I hear or see otherwise. And I think that's part of the kind of the thought of getting on the IL, getting back to close to 100% to then be able to run out there every day.
Updates on Kopech and Phillips?
So Michael is going to throw a pen here, the first pen during this series here, I think, as I understand it. I'm not sure which day. Evan is going to, had a good one the other day. He's going to pitch tonight and continue to move forward. So he's doing really well. He's progressing nicely. Gonsolin had a good outing the other day. Tony will pitch again on Tuesday and, try to potentially touch the 5th inning. And Kirsch will go on Wednesday. So I think it's OKC. So I think it's OKC, but you can, he's going to pitch on Wednesday. So we're moving forward. This is good. Phillips, Evans the closest, yeah. And then Michael Kopech is still a ways away.
If Tony, once he gets to that just 5-inning mark, do you see that he could be available to come back and be ready?
Yeah, I think that touch the 5th or touch the 4th. If he can get through the 5th, something like that, then he's viable. So once we get through this one, and then I think he's certainly going to be in the conversation and, could be called upon.
You talked the other day about wanting to see Roki attack. Was that something that early last year Yamamoto was kind of going through too, getting comfortable attacking big league hitters kind of in the zone? And have you seen him do that with a little bit more consistency early this year, especially like setting up the splitter and some of his other stuff?
I have seen Yamamoto do it, and I think it's just kind of the messaging is attacking, being aggressive in the hitting zone with all of your pitches. And I think that Yamamoto's done a really good job of that with his plus command with the fastball. And then I thought Roki, his last turn in Philadelphia, did a really nice job of, striking the fastball, trusting it, and then also being able to strike and shorten the split. And I think that, major league hitters are going to force you into the strike zone and until you show that you can pitch and miss bats in the strike zone. And so I'm really anxious about this one tonight or tomorrow for Roki, that he can continue to build on what he did his last time. But yeah, it's similar to what Yamamoto went through last year, but also, Roki still, like I've said many times, he's a lot more green than Yamamoto was last year.
What's kind of that line between respecting the hitters enough and maybe respecting them too much?
I think that with the ability, the information to attack hitters' weaknesses, with the stuff that a lot of these guys have, I think that, and the command that those two particular pitchers have, I think that trusting their stuff, it can out-best hitters is better side to think on mentality-wise. And when you can attack or strike your breaking balls, your secondary pitches, you're going to induce soft contact, you're going to induce quick at-bats, and then when you get count leverage, then you'll be able to put guys away. And I thought you saw that a little bit with Roki, and Yamamoto's done a real good job of that.
Freeman says he feels good enough now that he thinks he can steal a base. Does he have the green light?
No. It's as red can be. Fire engine red.
The fact that he was as open as he was to going on the IL and stuff, I mean, how much peace of mind does that give you going forward? that you know, that this is going to be kind of if you have to deal with it down the road, you'll be able to?
You know, peace of mind, I guess, but I hope that this was the last one, and we'll manage him accordingly going forward. But I just thought that, you know, on our training staff, and we all agreed that just kind of trying to nip it early on was going to be best course of action, especially early on in the season. But to your question, we do have that trust and communication that if we ever need an off day to try to get ahead of things, we have that.
How does it feel to be in better weather now, and do you feel like the pitching staff can maybe find the strike zone a little bit more?
Yeah, I felt like, what's that, the Michelin Man in D.C., so I feel like, you know, I can kind of work on my vitamin D right now. Much better. I do think that we'll play better, but you got to give Phillies and the Nats credit. They won 2 series against us, but I do feel that, you know, we're going to play some good baseball here at home.
Dave, Phillips last homestand, he kind of referred to this as like his spring training since he missed a little in March, but what boxes does he need to check?
He needs to check the back-to-back box, which I think is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, or no, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. The back-to-back box, just kind of, it's been good. I think that's probably the last one. So Evan's close. He's getting there, and he was right. It's kind of like the spring training. He's on his way.
Dave, I know you already thought highly of Kike's versatility, but were you still impressed with some of the more challenging plays he was making at first base?
I was. It's not easy to be on one side of the diamond at third, kick over to second base, and then go to first base and make plays with the glove, with the arm that he's made for us. And I just don't know. He's one of the few guys in baseball that can kind of do that so seamlessly. And when you lose Freddie, to have a backfill like Kike has been huge for us, certainly at preventing runs and making plays defensively.
How did Brazier like the ring?
It was great. He was great. He was really impressed with the yellow gold, the details of the ring. Got a little bit emotional, which was cool to see. And initially, the bullpen guys and Josh Bard and Mark Pryor were the guys that presented it to him. And I was happy and followed up with Brandon Gomes, our GM, to just kind of follow up. But he was very grateful, yeah.
Dave, any update on Eduardo Henriquez and just kind of what the plan is for him?
Short answer, no. I saw Edgardo in D.C. for a quick minute, but you know, given that it was an ankle thing, I'm sure that his arm's been moving, and hopefully we'll see him sooner than later. But I'm not sure when he's on rehab yet. All right, thanks, guys.